Did you want to bite that too? The burrito. Yeah, this is again. Thanks for being really flexible with my daughter. Childcare issues. I really appreciate it. I want you to know that if something comes up for you, I will definitely extend that to you as well.
Thanks.
So you were talking about how your partners might be feeling right now.
Yeah, so the community members are, like we were saying, just like I was discussing, maybe they feel lost like I do, and maybe they're absorbing some of my anxiety about where the project is going, and because we have had to make some compromises so far.
That's a really good self-reflection on your part, and it's there's probably some accuracy there, but it's really amazing to see you as such as a new worker here, being able to self-reflect like that. It's certainly something that I do for myself and encourage others to do. Speaking of that too, you are a new worker here, or a new employee here, and it does take time to build those relationships. And I've forgotten how stressful that can be, but my experience has been somewhat similar to yours, and it takes time, just like it takes time for our relationship to build as well. It takes time for you to build those relationships with those community members. How are you feeling about the rapport building with them?
I feel like we've got pretty good rapport. I've done some icebreakers, and we have a structure to the meeting so that we check in. Every meeting. But I don't really know anybody, so it's funny because I feel like we have good rapport. I feel like they don't. I feel like I'm received well, but maybe the relationship is a little surfacey.
Again, it takes time to build that rapport. Do you think that the relationship, where do you see yourself in the next 2 months, given the where you started from?
Well, in the next 2 months, we'll be complete with the project. We'll complete the project, and that's the thing. Like, if we continue on in this trajectory, I feel like I'm going to get less and less meaningful feedback from the community members, and I already feel myself becoming more prescriptive in the way that I'm facilitating the meetings. So I'd like to change that. Just don't know where to begin.
Well, you had mentioned before that the community members do keep showing up. How do you feel about maybe is there a way you can change the organization meeting, or who is leading the meeting, where you might have a little bit more impact? Do you see any opportunities for that?
Yeah, I like that idea, to change up the power dynamic, and I think we could handle that at this stage, because we have established some of the more core components of the project and are working on some of the finer details. And I think that would be a good opportunity. This would be a good opportunity to shift directions completely. I didn't even think about that. I figured for the sake of consistency, I guess, that I would just continue on. But then that doesn't really make sense when I'm talking about it out loud, because I'm stuck in this rut. So, yeah, I could try that.
Yeah, that's some flexible thinking. That would be awesome.
Yeah, okay.
Should we run through some ideas of how you could go through your next meeting?
Sure. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
So what I could do is open up the meeting as I normally do, just to convene the group, and then do our check-in. Maybe I could at that point, after everyone's checked in, just be really transparent about what I'm gonna do and what I've noticed, so I could, just address the issue of resistance and the pessimism that I'm hearing expressed, and offer out the new change, see if they agree with that, and that we can continue on from there in terms of maybe another group. Another member leading a group.
Mm-hmm. I think that's really great. Also, you've mentioned before that this is not a group that's typically had some power. So power sharing might give them an opportunity to really grasp the project in a way that they hadn't before. And then you would be more of an empowering entity for them, rather than you're kind of prescribed. Do you think that would fill your soul a little bit?
Yeah, I think it would, honestly. I mean, that's the thing, is that their negativity is bringing me down, not just because, of what's being said exactly, but it's disheartening to see them not being excited about the project like they were in the very beginning. So I think that opening up the group in this way would help them to take more ownership and to be more excited.
And again, I know as a person, that's you kind of you're new to this this type of work. You don't really have the benefit of seeing kind of a long-term project go and wrap up before, and it is normal to have lulls when you're working in a project. And I applaud you for being able to get this group together every 2 weeks. For me, it really shows that these people do have desire to continue, even if it feels like it's negative. They're moving toward investment.
I think that's important to keep in mind. Thank you for saying that. That is something that that's helpful to hear. That's kind of like an external reinforcement. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
As for logistically getting stuff done, I noticed you've kept up with your work and stuff. But how is the workflow going for you?
I feel like it's manageable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there areas you need some more assistance or support? How can I support you, rather?
Well, I'd appreciate maybe some of the documents that we have. Maybe those could be filed by a staff person. A support staff person, instead of me doing all the little tiny nitty-gritty parts of the job. So I think that would be really helpful, actually, if I could get more support around the papers, the filing.
Yeah, because everybody wants that. Well, I'm not sure that we're staffed for that. We can sit down together, and I can kind of let you know what is a priority and what isn't a priority. What you can kind of backburner and what you can't. If that's something you're interested in. We've been very busy, and I'm sorry about how busy it's been. But there are things that need to be prioritized and things that don't. So we can sit down together and I can help you figure that out.
Okay, yeah, I'd appreciate that. It'd probably help my anxiety a little bit, just knowing what I have all to do. So thank you. Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Thanks for meeting me here under these conditions. I appreciate your participation. And again, you can come to me if you have any other issues or need a confidence boost.
Thanks, I appreciate that. Yeah.
You're doing great, and I really appreciate you being here.
Thank you, Arca. Thanks for your time.
Oh boy.